はい、田村装備開発田村です。よろしくお願いします。
いいです。お願いします。What's your name, sir?
Mike Benbow, B-E-N-B-O-W.
Garrett Benbow, his son.
今日はですね、マイク・ベンボーさんがお越しくださいました。アメリカではですね、本当にものすごいインストラクターの方で、今日来てくださったんでですね、いろいろと質問させていただいて、いろいろなお話を聞こうかなと思っております。
So we today we a question to you.
Okay.
So he's a little bit nervous.
So, when we're teaching pistol grip, most important thing is strong hand, strong eye, is high grip, high grip, and trying to grip the back of your hand and the front of your hand, squeezing in, not so much pushing with the fingertips as much, because that will tend to have you tweaking the gun. So literally I'm trying to squeeze the pistol, high grip, thumb forward, finger forward of course, and then offhand is basically looping in and applying pressure, not as much as pushing into the gun, but more squeezing on the outside. So as I'm punching out, my elbows stay bent. I'm not bent over. I want to bring the pistol, the grip is natural, where it's basically pointing my finger, but I want to be able to bring the pistol to my eyes, not my eyes to the pistol. So if I was going to draw this pistol, it would come up straight, straight up, and literally the grip. So if I have to remove this hand, I still have even grip here and here. Not as much, because if I really squeeze with the fingertips, you can see the gun move. But if I squeeze forward and back, the gun stays straight. And that's the most important thing. Is gun movement like this, doesn't matter. Gun movement like this matters, because as the round goes down range, if I move the gun like this, if it moves an inch from here to here, it's only an inch down there. But if I move the pistol like this, it gets wider and wider away. So it's very important that your grip, you try to teach yourself to grip whatever works for you, keeping the pistol not from moving this way, but just moving back and forth. So as I point the pistol, my natural point is if I close my eyes or open my eyes, I'm looking straight down the pistol. If you squeeze too much or not enough, you squeeze back, fingertip, wherever it lands on the trigger. Some people teach the pad, to me it's natural. For me it's just wherever it naturally lands on the trigger. And this is a Glock. I would recommend the staccato.
Because you're belonging to the company.
We like the staccato. So, Glock is the traditional police pistol. U.S. Marshals use it, FBI uses it, several of the federal agencies use it, several local agencies use it.
So when you're active duty, when you're doing active duty, are you using a Glock before or no?
My unit carried a staccato. We carried in 2002, 2003.
2002, 2003.
We switched to a 1911, 1911 based pistol, cocked and lock, two safeties. Never had any issues with it. It just takes a little bit different type of training for your operators. But we love that design, and we fell in love with the staccato pistols. Before it was the STI, and it basically is just a 1911 shooting a 9mm, and it's double stack. So we switched to that pistol in 2019. And we've been carrying it ever since, and that's what I carry off duty, on duty, when I was on duty. Because we carry pistols 24 hours a day. So you have to find something that you really like. The way I always thought about it is, if I have my rifle and I have a pistol on me, I probably have 8 or 9 of my friends with me. So if I'm by myself walking into a store and something bad happens, I want the best pistol on me that I can carry. Because that's me versus however many bad guys. So I did most of my training with the pistol, and most of my training was pistol by myself, multiple targets, because that's the worst case scenario.
What kind of what type of holster are you using? Pistol? Are you using?
Bi-rig ALS. Safariland ALS. Basically, some guys would wear it on their belt.
Yeah.
Some guys would use a slight drop. Some guys would use a full drop. We have all those accessories. But we like the one-button ALS because with the 1911, you have a safety sitting right here, and the ALS button was there. So as my hand came down, my thumb would hit the release button, and as I'm drawing, my finger was sitting on the safety. So literally, it would come straight up, and I didn't have to worry about putting it. So the ALS worked perfectly for us. For off-duty or plain clothes, we really let the guy choose. Each operator choose the holster they want. It seems like lately they've been using a lot of Tenacore and Black Point Tactical holsters of theirs, but several brands are used.
So I carry concealed. Concealed carry.
Yeah. I carry appendix. Most guys carry appendix now. Some will carry, small to back. But the appendix seems to be the easiest, because it's right here, and if you had to, you can one-hand it or you can two-hand it.
Boss, can you see? Can you show us the appendix?
Yeah, appendix carry would be in a holster right there. So it's basically so guys are drawing that nature. So carrying a spare mag here somewhere, typically a blade somewhere. But yeah, appendix carry is what I carry every day. We call it EDC, everyday carry. Yeah. So I carry a folding or fixed, collapsible knife in my pocket, pistol here, off mag here, and then sometimes I'll carry a straight blade. And then I carry a backpack, small backpack that has a med kit, and sometimes I'll carry it in a tourniquet always, and then sometimes I'll carry a second, bigger pistol in that bag. US is very dangerous.
アクティブシューターの時の反応対策。
アクティブシューターの時の
わーってなる。もうよくわかんないやつ。
So we know that your country, a lot of active shooters select. There are a lot of select active shooter.
There's a lot of active shooters. Yes.
Right. So when you go inside the place or do your duty, how do you know the bad guy or good guy is pretty tough question?
Very good question. So we treat active shooters differently than regular entries, first off. Where a regular entry, like after a bad guy, after a fugitive, our concern is our safety. That so as we're moving, if one of us becomes injured, then that becomes priority number one. We can get him later.
So after active shooter.
This is regular entry.
Regular.
A active shooter, we become secondary, and the first priority are the victims or the innocents that are inside. So we will step over anyone, even ourselves. If one of us gets shot, we're moving to the sound of the gunfire. So that's the most important thing. If they're still shooting, we move to the gunfire. If they're not shooting, then we move to the last known area, and we have to search it. You have to go person to person, because typically the active shooters are shooting, or once they decide they're done, a lot of them will take their own life, or they will, barricade themselves in an area. Very, I don't know of many times where they've hidden, because if they're hidden with other people who are alive, those people are going to point them out. So if the worst case that you're talking about would be a crowd of people running, where we're going to yell for everybody to get down. Just everybody to get down, and if they get down, typically other people are going to point him out. If he doesn't get down, then there he is. Yeah. And if we enter the place,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same concept. Yeah.
and if we enter the place and we didn't know who was who,
同じこと
我々も誰が誰かわかんないから。
everyone would get secured. You know,
全員だからこうセキュアしなきゃ。
so if I entered a room with 10 people and we knew one of them was the bad guy, we would put everybody down and we would secure everyone and then work out that later. You know, safety for everyone is number one concern. So everyone would get cuffed in some way, shape, or form, and then we would go through the motions of finding out who our bad guy is. I have not heard any of the active shooters that I've heard of in the last so many years. The most important thing is that time getting to him as fast as possible. We train. If I was by myself and I came to a school and there was a shooter inside, I'm running straight to that shooter. I'm not waiting on anybody. So that has become the key training point in the U.S. is the most important thing is the preservation of life, getting to the bad guy and stopping him before he can take any more innocent lives. So it's, as they're shooting, they're not worried about you coming to them. So I would not worry about running in by them. I'm more worried about other people who are coming to try to stop the bad guy. You know, I'm running with a gun and another person, a civilian, a father, a mother, another police officer with a weapon and sees two of us with a gun. Not good. Yeah. So for us, we're yelling blue, blue, blue. We yell blue.
Yeah, we do.
Blue, yeah, blue. We yell blue. So,
totally opposite to your country. Because our operation have to wait.
yeah.
We know that we have to get into the inside.
Yeah.
Then the for them suspicious.
Yep.
But our country just wait because order is to come
Down.
come down.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that is our case.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of our cases.
But you don't have a lot of active shooters, though, do you?
Well, we don't have active shooters, but we have a lot of bad guys like and also different foreign countries mafia.
Oh.
So he had a lot of same incident before that, and they have. So it's too dangerous because we are the 9mm bullet. We just have 9mm bullet.
Yeah.
They have. It's too dangerous, but they have to get inside because their duties, right? So that is important thing is the timing.
Yep.
Because if we wait a long time, maybe they can prepare
Yes.
their guns.
U.S. Marshals every day, U.S. Marshals are every day going in houses, 3 or 4 of them dressed like this, with just body armor on, gun belt, sometimes carrying a rifle. So it's an everyday occurrence in the United States.
特
With their
にアメリカだと、連邦捜査官も毎日のようにそういう、家宅捜索を入らなきゃいけないので、こういった通常のこの、ユニフォームじゃなくてこういう通常の服装で、銃、ボディアーマーつけて入ってるので、よく映画で、We're watching a movie. We're moving. Explosion.
階段の登る。
So normally we difficult to clear the stairs
Okay.
because very narrow stairs. So how you clear the
Like a switchback stairs, or just a narrow stairway going up, or?
どういう階段を入れる？ For example.
Gotta get whiteboard going.
The 1 meter is the stairs. This is clear.
switchback.
Switchback.
Now, if this is open, they can look down.
Yeah.
We'll typically we'll go up, one person facing up.
Facing up, right?
Yeah, and then, like you and I are going up this way, then we're going up like this.
Yeah.
So I'm facing that way, and you're facing that way. And then the best case though, if it's not in a hurry, is to throw
So,
a robot, you know, a small robot. We use both robots.
what is that?
A small Recon robot.
Robot.
Yeah, robot. It's basically a robot on wheels. And you can,
Really?
Yeah, for here, you just throw it up on the landing. You can look around. And then you go up to the landing.
ロボを、
Yeah.
タイヤがついたロボットを投げて、
Yeah, that's easy. And then that would be if time is if time is not of the essence. In other words, let's say we held the stairway and we searched the bottom floor. So like if this was a two-story house, and we would come in and there's a stairway. Somebody would hold the stairway. The rest of us would clear the first floor. Well then, when you go to the second floor, it might be going down or up. If we have this robot, you can easily just throw the robot, look around, make sure no one's
Do you
waiting.
have a picture of that?
Yes.
Not familiar in Japan. Are you using a robot?
Little rope, they're called Recon Robots.
Recon robot.
Yeah.
That's really
right there.
cool.
Little, very small, fit in your pocket.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it small?
Very small. Hang on, go to Recon, go back to that one. That one, very small.
Oh yes, like
Yeah.
so. Where's the camera? Here, the
Yeah,
center.
it's a full camera.
The center pinhole. Wow.
So literally, you can carry it.
Yes.
One guy watches it, and you just take it, throw it
it's
anywhere, roll it around.
あ
Yeah, there's our unit right there doing it.
I see. Okay.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
掃除してる
That's me.
前です捕まってるのは
これ弁護士
ギャラですか
oh, let me share them.
あ、オッケーオッケー。ですね。
じゃあロボットガタガタ
If you find suspicious is aiming the no. So.
Oh, if like somebody was up there laying
Yeah.
there, we probably gas, back up, throw gas, put on gas mask, gas them. Like if we went in a house, we saw a guy with a rifle, and it wasn't an immediate gunfight, so we back out, or let's say we knew the guy was waiting for us. We knew he knew we were there, and we're gonna call him out, surround it, call him out, and then just pump gas. Gas. We have learned to not rush in.
そんな
We
に
used to,
以前はこう急いでこう入ったけど、今はこういう急いで
so cameras,
カメラ
drones,
とかドローン使ってやっぱ警察をして
the small drones that you can fly in a house,
ちっちゃい
very good canine.
開けないの
With a camera on the back.
あ、開けないのカメラ
We got a canine.
Yes.
We have a camera on their back.
背中にそのカメラつけたK9を入れて、で、やっぱ警察させる